Coming up on N2K, you won't believe what happened after a Good Samaritan broke up a fight.
And what the cluck is up with one viral video?
Catch me outside, how about that? You're gonna see a lot more of her in the near future.
All that and more coming up.
Welcome to N2K, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Camila Uribe.
N2K is a show about all the news you need to know. What kind of news do we talk about?
Anything from fashion, we've got a little bit of celebrity gossip, anything that's going on, we talk about right here, right now.
A little bit of everything, don't you agree?
I agree.
All right, so let's take it away.
All right, so let's get us started today with a little bit of a story that I think would personally sort of make me feel a little scared. So I'm just gonna start right off the bat, Raisa.
Let's do it.
How excited would you be if you were to find out that you were being cast on a reality show?
I'd be really excited, actually.
So far, so good, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you find out that the dynamic of the show is basically you and 22 other people. All right, you're going to be gone in the Scottish Highlands, building society from scratch for a year, completely isolated from your friends, family, everyone. You're basically getting the full-fledged survivor experience, right?
Okay.
A little interesting. I probably wouldn't do it, but I would pay $1 to see you do that. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe, okay, all right. But then that's not the worst part. The worst part is after only 4 episodes, the show gets canceled. But wait, nobody tells you so. So you're out here literally trying to survive day by day. Nobody tells you anything. Nobody's even watching you, try to make it. So that's like adulting, basically, in extreme case. But anyway, the show only aired for 4 episodes. It started airing last summer in the UK, Channel 4. It's called Eden. And yeah, just now the 10 remaining contestants found out that basically all of their effort has been in vain. They say that they may very well go ahead and emerge out and they're going to go ahead and show the rest of the show, but they don't know when. And honestly, at that point, it's like, I don't know why, because you were putting on some kind of act probably for the cameras. The contestants that did leave, because by September, within a couple of months afterwards, over a third of the cast had already left. Why? Because they were hungry. They have called it like Lost, but it's on purpose, but with worse men.
What about the camera people?
I have no idea.
Do they not know? Like they're the employees of the station.
I don't know. I don't know if that's part of the show all along. Anyway, it sounds like a nightmare to me, but if it were to air, or if I can get my hands on those 4 episodes, I definitely like to watch it because I just empathize. I feel like that's something that would happen to me.
That has to be a lawsuit. You feel like that's something that would happen to
Yes,
you?
like I'd be, oh gosh, guys, I'm gonna be on a show, and it gets canceled after only 4 episodes. But
that's awful.
What do I know?
All right, well, we're gonna move along now. So I drive an older car, so I don't have one of those fancy Bluetooth speaker systems. But if you do drive a newer car, you may be familiar with that. You can answer a phone in your car and it just blasts through your speakers like music. It's fantastic, as long as you're not talking about someone who's in the car. Well, the YouTuber Wealth by Slayman and his girlfriend Kate decided to utilize their car's Bluetooth speaker to purposefully create awkward moments with their friends. And when I say awkward, I mean awkward. Kate would call her boyfriend while he's driving with a buddy, and she would instantly slam whoever is in the car with him as soon as he answers via the Bluetooth speaker. Their reactions are priceless. I want you guys to take a look at this.
Hold on, this is Kate. Hey, Katie.
Hey, so I just had to stop at the shop. I just have to grab something quickly, but then I'll come straight to you, okay? Is that okay?
That's fine, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I saw Tamara's Instagram post this morning. I feel like sometimes she can be such a loser. I know she's your sister and everything, but sometimes it's just too cringy. Come on, we get it. You go to the gym. So you post about it every single day. I'm Tamara. I go to the gym all the time, and I need everyone to know that.
Hey, Kate.
Kate, Tamara's actually in the car.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean that. That was just
No, it's nice to hear your honesty, Kate, but I just really didn't think you thought that.
No, like it was just a joke. I swear, like I don't.
So it was a joke.
I didn't mean that. I'm really sorry.
We
like,
can. We'll talk later,
I didn't
Kate.
like know you were there.
Sorry about that, Tamara.
That is so awkward. Did she actually think that about my Instagram?
We're just kidding. It's just a joke. We're doing jokes, you know, on people like this.
That's such a stupid prank, my man.
That's so awkward. What do you think of that?
I don't know. It's kind of sad because it's like something I would do.
You would be the pranker, or you would be the
No,
one being
I'd
talked
be the
about?
girlfriend. I'd be the girlfriend, and I'd try to be like, oh yeah, well so and so, she never gave me back my this and that and whatever. I could totally play it off. I see it happening.
All right.
I mean, if I could be on an island, I can definitely do that.
All right. Well, I think for now I'm happy that I don't have one of those in my car.
Well, I'm definitely happy that I don't have one of those in my car, but something I'm not happy about, and I'm sure you guys aren't going to be either, is that Adele may very well never tour again.
Oh, no.
So during her most recent concert, her sold-out New Zealand concert, which isn't the same thing, she did go ahead and announce to her fans that she isn't really feeling the touring lifestyle. It's not something that she's good at, she feels, and she actually said that applause makes her feel vulnerable. Now, as you know, Adele has always been known for being, you know, those kinds of artists that very much wear their hearts on their sleeves.
Transparent,
Very
absolutely.
transparent, absolutely. And so she's always very candid with her fans, who she, you know, considers more like friends, admirers, more than anything. And so she did go ahead and open up at the Mount Smart Stadium, and it was an open, you know, like outside show. And as she's announcing this, it's raining, she's drenched, she's getting emotional, her voice is cracking.
gosh.
People are, you know, are getting all types of feels. But she's definitely the kind of artist where no matter what she does or doesn't do, she's always going to have a very firm following because she is so humble and she's so absolutely talented. I mean, I'm sure you
And
agree.
she's really about all the fans too. I mean,
Absolutely.
everything she does
And
is really for the fans.
She did even say that, actually. She said that the only reason why she's ever toured is for you guys, like you, the fans, but it's just not something that she's about. Her Adele Live tour, which has been going on for about 15 months now, does go ahead and conclude in July. So there's still some opportunity for the remaining tour at Wembley Stadium, for example, for people to go ahead and see her. But congrats to her, because I did hear that she was married this year to her husband, who is Simon Konecki, and they do have baby Angelo together.
Yes,
so
they
I
do.
feel like maybe, you know, that has something to do with it too. You know, she's a
little
new
more
mother,
family
new
time.
wife. You know, exactly. So.
I don't know if this is true, but I've heard that performers, artists, make most of their money by going on tour, that they don't make a lot of money from their album sales, from their music sales, that a lot of that revenue comes from touring. So that's really interesting. If she sticks by that, then she's taken a major pay cut just to, you know,
Exactly.
follow her heart. So
And that's
amazing.
That's not actually a lie either. I've heard that myself. So that goes to show that she really does do it because she does love her fans. She does love her craft and sharing herself with her fans. So, you know, whatever it is that she needs to do in order to keep herself sharp and happy and healthy, I think that that's what's important at any given point.
Well said.
You know, we have a lot more coming up, as always. So you guys
yeah.
know we talk a lot. So stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class. Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper, you better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop, you got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Just focus on driving.
We're gonna do a selfie real quick.
Are you?
Here we go.
No. What are you doing? Oh! No! You're gonna get us killed!
I got it. One last thing though, don't hate me. My doctor, I'm supposed to do 30 minutes on my back every hour.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead and just take the real quick.
30 minutes? What? Are you kidding me? That's it. Pull over. Pull over.
Yeah.
I am done. I'm not even gonna be killed by the apocalypse. I'm gonna be killed by your unsafe driving. There's meteors everywhere and...
What's that?
This is the best film festival I've been to yet.
I have met people from South Africa, Australia, Lagos, Nigeria, Switzerland, England, all over the United States and Canada.
I'm really impressed with the amount of people here, the amount of friendly and encouraging networking vibe that I've gotten here.
It's amazing. It's like, you know, you have art, you have creativity, and you have the spiritual aspect of it.
Just like I said last year, I said this is like the Christian Oscars, so it's really exciting.
I love it. This is my home festival, so I'm going to continue coming every year.
This honestly is an event that is the Academy Awards.
And I don't even know what to say. I'm just so excited. This is great.
This is an amazing electric environment. People are genuine and friendly and outgoing. They're just real.
Even if you're not in the industry, you should come to this.
All right, guys, well, thanks so much for staying with us. Welcome back from break. Now, today, I know that Raisa has a very special story for you guys, so why don't you go ahead and get us started with that?
I do. Thank you, Camilla. It's extremely heartwarming. Grab your box of tissues. You're going to need this. For 12 years, Raymond Olsen has been covertly caring for his son's memorial. Now, unfortunately, his son was killed in a car accident involving a drunk driver. The accident took place along the lines of a private property, so the father decided to build a memorial for his son, you know, right along that fence. Well, because he was worried about the fact that this was private property and he wasn't sure if he was actually allowed to have this memorial, he decided to take care of it at night. He would come in the night every few weeks, replace the flowers, prune it, just make it look good, and he would just disappear. It was as if he didn't exist, at least to the people who own the property. And the people who did own the property was Chevron, global giant company Chevron. Well, they needed to do some fixings to the property. They needed to do repairs and, you know, make some changes, and it was going to disrupt the memorial. So they decided to seek out the anonymous caretaker. They left a letter for him at the memorial, and the father came one night, found the letter. It asked for him to give them a call, and he was worried. Needless to say, he was worried they would say, you know, you have to take this memorial down. So he got in touch and he found out that Chevron had teamed up with the local neighborhood council to dedicate a bench, a plaque, and a photo of Raymond in a nearby park. Incredible. They helped this father to have a permanent fixture for his son, and it is a beautiful fixture. You can see that right there. So what do you think of that?
I think that's
so sweet.
absolutely heartwarming. It's things like that that really give me, I feel like an added level of respect for Chevron when, you know, they go out of their way to do things like this, because I think a lot of the times when it's these, you know, global companies like you're saying, you feel like, you know, who am I? Little old me, you know. This is a very touching story. It's in very good taste, and, you know,
absolutely.
I think it's beautiful.
I love that. They didn't owe anything to the father. They didn't have to do that, and just make something so permanent, and you just know that it has to mean so much to the father, like, you know, just to help. Losing a child is never easy, but I'm sure that just gave him a little bit of peace, and I think that's so beautiful.
I'm all for the altruism, definitely. I feel that story.
All right.
It's absolutely beautiful. Well, our next story here coming up is the Fresh Prince reunion. I don't know if you heard about that. It was sort of an impromptu reunion.
Okay.
As you guys can see here in the picture that was posted originally on Alfonso Ribeiro's Instagram, so Carlton. We see Tatiana Ali, Karen Parsons, Daffy Maxwell Reed, and Joseph Marcel, along with Will Smith. Now, what they were saying that really kind of just touched my heart personally was that it's always amazing to spend an afternoon with the Fresh Prince family, wishing that James Avery was still with us to make this complete.
Uncle Phil.
So you still have like kind of like moving on from your story that you know, memorial feel, that like looking back. When I saw this, I got excited. This is actually 20 years after the last official episode of the Fresh Prince series aired.
It's been 20 years?
It's been 20 years. So bear that in mind. I was 3 years old, and I still very much to this day enjoy the show wherever I can catch it. You know, it was just a great show to grow up with.
Absolutely.
You know, because I definitely feel like
I've seen every episode. I still watch the reruns on TV.
Exactly. Well, you know, the thing that does, you know, make me a little sad in addition to everything else is that when you see these kinds of things, what's the first thing you think of? Like, reboot, please.
Oh yeah, that seems to be the fad right now in Hollywood.
Absolutely, with like, you know, Full House and everything. You want to see the reboot, but honestly, if you think about it, just as Will Smith talked about a little bit last year while he was promoting one of his films, you know, he was asked, so is there going to be a reboot or anything? Have you guys thought about it? And he was like, yeah, you know, you can expect it when hell freezes over, basically.
Yikes.
So he wasn't being mean. Yeah, a little harsh, but kind of true. You know, he was being candid. Why? Because he always spoke very highly of James Avery, you know, Uncle Phil, how he was like the epitome of the best uncle-father figure on TV. And so to reboot a show of that magnitude without him, it wouldn't be worth it. So, and I agree with that.
I agree. I think some things are just better left. Like, it was a good thing.
Exactly.
Let's just enjoy it and just let it go. We don't need to reboot it. It's perfect the way it is. Otherwise, it wouldn't still be running on the TV. Am I right?
I agree. And speaking of enjoying things and moving on, how about you let us know about that viral story of yours?
I was about to sing the Fresh Prince song.
Oh, were you?
I think it's good that she moved on.
I don't want to get in the way of your dreams. You know how? So.
We'll save it for later. Okay. All right. Well, we've all seen viral videos about fights. They're always posted online. You've seen them all the time, right?
Right.
Well, this viral video is about a fight, and it has drawn millions of views and wide praise. Now, these two boys in Atlantic City, two teenage boys, were fighting when this 26-year-old stranger, Ibn Ali Miller, walked right up to them, gets between the two, calls the onlookers cowards for recording it on their phone, and demanded for the two boys to break up the fight. I want you to take a look at this.
Squat, nigga.
Square up! Go ahead, bro. Niggas is talking.
On your phones, though. Everybody on your phones, though. All y'all the real cowards. Record that too. Everybody on the phone, record that. Coward. Everybody recording the phone, real coward. Ain't cool, man. Y'all in the middle of the street. Look, she's smiling and laughing. They laughing. Look, he got a big smile on his face, little bro. He got a big smile on his face. Look at your man right here. It's supposed to be your man. He dying. He can't even laugh. Look, they all laughing, little bro. But you really upset. And you really upset. You more mad than he is. I can see it in your face. So you fighting for a reason. He only fighting you because you want to fight him. Because you mad.
He came to me. He texted me.
So you
I don't even know.
So you defending yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Look, little bro. So you in the right. You defending yourself. But look at the crowd. And little bro, look. Whatever you text him for that you don't know, you was ill-advised. My thing is, look at the trick of the devil. Who ill-advised you? Look around. Who ill-advised you? Who told you wrong? Who told you wrong? You don't gotta answer that. I'm saying, who told you wrong though, little bro? And the only reason I'm saying this to all y'all, yo, because y'all almost men. All of y'all, yo. Y'all almost men. Y'all ain't kids no more. Y'all girls ain't little girls no more. Look, yo. Y'all men, yo. Y'all men, yo. 14, 15, 16, 17, y'all men. Start acting like it, yo. We ain't gonna get nowhere like this, yo.
Ibn refuses to leave until both of the teenage boys have shaken hands. That is tremendous. That is so honorable, and he just amazing that a complete stranger would be that invested in these two teenage boys and just breaking up and just wanting to encourage them to be men. He was recently honored for his actions at Atlantic City for helping to make peace, and he said people get 15 minutes of fame quite a lot. And I would like to use every second of my 15 minutes to send gratitude to my mother. He's crying, you can see that right there. He's so emotional, you can just feel that this is so important to him, and I just think he's such a commendable guy. It's amazing.
I did get an opportunity to watch that video before today, and it really does elicit a certain level of respect, and you know, emotional, you know, because you do feel that you want to see these kinds of things happen all the time. Yeah, we have plenty, like you said, of viral videos, you know, inciting violence, but it's good to see these kinds of attitudes for a change out there, reaching things in the grassroots sort of thing, you know, lead by example. So I definitely agree with that. And he did definitely mention that, you know, it was not just his mother, but by the grace of God, he was put there at the right place at the right time.
Amen.
So that's very commendable.
Amen.
That was awesome.
I also love that in the viral video, you see he's, you know, speaking in slang, he's, you know, communicating with the boys on like a level that they understand. But as you saw in that video when he's thanking his mother, he speaks very well, he's very eloquent, you can tell this is a very intelligent man. And I just love that he did what he needed to do for those boys to understand and for it to click. And
praise was
that's
definitely
great.
given where praise is due.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we're gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere because our last stories are ridiculous.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back to N2K. Right now, Camilla has a story about my favorite food. Take it away.
All right, so what she's trying to say is I have a story about a giant chicken. Honestly, guys, that is what it is. There's really not much to it here. But take a look at this video, please. So there is no information about the chicken or the location. Matter of fact, there isn't any sound going on right now. But what you guys do see is this giant chicken emerging from its coop, walking around, showing off its impressive feathers, size, everything. It is just an absolute, you know, sight to behold in all honesty. Now, believe it or not, there is no foul play. I know you guys like that, okay? A lot of people thought that it was fake just because of the size of the chicken, but believe it or not, it is very much real. This is an actual breed that originated in China. It was bred and then it's brought over here to the US. And as of 1874, believe it or not, it was described as an official breed in the American Poultry Association's American Standard of Perfection. So it's got a little title on it and everything, so don't think it's just any old rooster or hen out of the coop, okay? This is like top-notch stuff. It is called the king of all poultry, and as I was looking a little bit more into it, they believe that it's the Brahma chicken. That's the name of the breed. They can't be 100% sure, but based on the size and just the overall markings, that's what they think that it is. It's been known to lay, as you can imagine, extremely large eggs, okay? And it can feed a moderately sized family. So I'm not really quite sure what that means, but all I have to say is I'm sure my grandparents would have appreciated having one of those around when they were feeding my mom and her 11 siblings.
Wow.
So
not pumped with hormones or anything.
Not pumped with hormones. At least this one isn't. But what do you think?
I think it looks delicious. I personally love chicken. I actually have a funny story if you don't mind about.
Go ahead.
This is a true story, everyone. When I was young, I loved chicken so much that I never wanted to eat anything else. So one night my mom was making chicken and she had something new that she wanted me to try. She's like, Raisa, try this. And I said no. And she said, why wouldn't you at least try it? I said, because I might like it. And she's like, what's wrong with that? And I said, I won't have room for the chicken.
Aww, a girl after
True
my own
story.
heart.
I love chicken.
Except I would have eaten both, no problem. But that's a story for another time.
All right.
Got a quarter?
When it comes to saving money,
What? Period.
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting.
This is so humiliating. Be the boss.
I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap. You were saying.
And make a budget.
Let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Okay, our final story is a story we've all been waiting for. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know who Danielle Bregoli is. You know who Danielle Bregoli is?
I sure do.
Oh yeah, she became a viral sensation after appearing on the Dr. Phil show with her mother. At the time, she was 13 years old, and she challenged the audience to a fight using her now famous catchphrase, "Catch me outside, how about that?" Keyword cash, not catch, that wasn't misspoken. It was only a matter of time before Danielle became famous and tapped into that fame to make a little moolah.
Just a little.
Just a lot, actually. Danielle has signed a deal for a reality show focused on her life. We all saw it coming. Nothing has been filmed yet, but producers believe they can sell the series to a major network. Just to give you an idea of how famous and big this girl is getting, last week she was spotted with a tattooed, huge, burly bodyguard in Beverly Hills. We have that photo there. You can see that size difference. I don't know what a 14-year-old needs with a bodyguard, but I don't know. She just celebrated her 14th birthday actually in West Hollywood. So needless to say, she's having a pretty good year, I think. I think her 14th year is going to be a lot better than most of us.
I would say so, but it's funny because I had heard that she's been, you know, ever since, like, bringing up to this point in her career, if you will, that she's been challenging other celebrities and everything to actual fights.
Oh, Lord.
Even the Kardashians and stuff. So I'm thinking, like, do you need the bodyguard because you can't actually live up to the hype?
Oh,
just saying.
maybe
I mean,
she
I'm not
doesn't
trying
know
to
how to
challenge you or
fight.
anything, Danielle, but I'm just saying, I'm wondering. Burly bodyguard.
She is set to make $1 million by the end of the year, so I think she can afford a few more bodyguards, even if she can't defend herself, as you said.
I like to cash that check outside. How about that?
Nice. That was a nice play on words. That was really clever.
Sometimes, you know, good stuff comes out.
I don't know. How do you feel? Are you jealous? What do you think? She deserves it, or?
You know, if I ever am jealous, if I ever covet anything, it's going to be in earnest. So the success, that's great, but I'll find my way. Don't you worry.
I don't know. I kind of wonder if maybe we're in the wrong industry.
Maybe we're doing something wrong. I don't know. Only time will tell.
Maybe we should challenge our audience to a fight. Maybe then we can make $1 million.
Calm down. It's okay. It's not their fault.
No, you're right. We should keep it clean. We want you guys to come back and keep watching us, so
Definitely do.
we won't challenge you to a fight.
All right, well, that is all the time that we have for today, but we definitely want you guys to come back. So for all things N2K, be sure to check out 24flix.com. And if you ever want to check me out, head on over to my Twitter handle at mediumcloseup.
And you can check me out at Raisa Pascal.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye. Okay, the show is over. Can I sing my song now?
I mean, I think it's only fair if you go ahead and let it out.
Only if you sing it with me.
I'll try my hardest to keep up.
Ready?
All right.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and I was shooting some meatball outside of my school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie," and I go Bel Air. I think we're in the right career. Probably.
Because singing is not our thing, or rapping. That's fine.
Sadly.